Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The George Show. As you can see, I have a guest.
Hello.
Yes, I have a guest with me here today. He comes from Chicago, and he looks a lot like me because he is my brother.
Yes.
I'm very
we are
proud
brothers. We
So-
are proud of each other.
So yes, let me introduce. His name is Besian in Albanian.
Or Brandon in English. But I was born Besian Shituni.
Mm-hmm.
But then I changed my name to Brandon Besian Shituni.
Okay, and now Brandon, tell us a little bit more about yourself. What do you do? Where do you live?
Okay, I will be happy to fill you in for your fans, brother. I live in Chicago. I do my residency out there. I'm a medical resident. Yes, it is funny for us because we are usually not this formal with each other. But yeah, I've been out there for 3 years, and gonna stay this year and then another year, so it'll be 5 total. That's what's going on over there.
Now Chicago, they call it the Windy City. Is it really windy?
Yes, it is very windy. It is windier than here. The wind is unbearable, but last winter was good, and this winter so far is pretty good. 2011, that was a rough one.
And how about?
No, wait, 2010 was a rough one.
Okay.
Yes.
And but you have beaches there. I mean you have a lake.
We have a lake which is utilized as a beach by some people. It is pretty nice. It's not bad. I mean, it's not Miami Beach, but
So
it's still pretty nice.
yes, and it's a city that gets a lot of tourism, both national and international. Is it all it's cracked up to be?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's very lively there. You see all kinds of people, different tourists and different types of people. Makes it more interesting. There's a lot of life on the streets, a lot of places to go eat.
Well, enough about Chicago, brother.
Yeah,
Now we're gonna talk about another subject. We're gonna talk about what we have done during this vacation, which is we've done several things, but one of the things is watch a lot of movies.
yes, we have seen several of them. We started with Medea's house.
Medea, yeah, she's
Which-
funny.
What was the particular title called?
Medea's witness
Witness.
protection.
Yes, Witness Protection Program or something like that.
Yeah, and basically you have this white family who is housed in the south over at Medea's house, and they have, as you can imagine, it's not easy having two families live together, especially if they are so culturally different.
Yeah, I unfortunately fell asleep for half the movie, but I did notice that Medea had some pretty clever lines. She's a very mouthy woman, in sort of a pleasant way, though, not too much off-putting attitude.
Yeah, it's a very how they describe the Medea series. Right, the character Medea is she's full of life. Don't want to mess with that lady.
Yes. Okay, so I give it 1 thumb up, or maybe
I
something like 1 to 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up from me.
Okay. The other movie we saw for that same day What was
Die Hard, we've seen that.
yeah, the original Die Hard, the one made in the 80s at some point. This has to do with this policeman who is played by Bruce Willis, who is coming over to visit his estranged wife and kids for Christmas. He's coming from New York to Los Angeles.
That's right.
And there he finds out that the building in which his wife, I believe, works, and which is hosting a party, this building is being captured by German terrorists, the main one of which is called Hans Gruber, and he's very evil. The movie is very cheesy, but very entertaining. I thought it was good. A lot of action, a lot of sort of characters that are very definitive in their image. The bad guys are really bad. The good guys are good.
Yeah, and Bruce Willis, he just kicked some ass in this movie. He
Yeah.
must have killed like 8 people, and they were all evil. So
Yeah, they demolished this building. Looked like a little war taking place in Los Angeles.
yeah, I mean, Hans Gruber wanted to steal $600 million, but at the end of the movie, I bet that building had suffered $600 million worth in
They
damages.
should have just let him go. They should have just let the guy go. But given him $600 million and spared $600 million worth of construction damage. But they didn't think that it would amount to that, I suppose, the police and the FBI. Anyway, to conclude, we give this movie, at least I do, 2 thumbs up.
It was a slow to develop movie and at times slow moving. Therefore, I give it 1 to 2 thumbs up.
Okay. 1.5. But anyway, move on to the next movie we saw is called Taken. This movie has to do with a person who used to be special forces of some sort back when he was younger, and then he retired and he moved to be close to his daughter, who's a teenager, who then decides she's going to go on a trip to Europe with her friend. And there in Europe, she gets kidnapped. Oddly enough, for us, she gets kidnapped by Albanian
We're Albanian.
mafia people. And we did not expect this. We're watching the movie, and these characters are Albanian, the ones that kidnapped the guy's daughter.
No relation.
Yeah. So then he goes to France, where these Albanian kidnappers are located, and he basically kicks some ass and tries to get back his daughter. But the plot's a little deeper than that, because his daughter is given to, I think, this guy who is involved in the French government but is corrupt, and he's involved in some really high-end prostitution kind of business. So
yeah, my impression of this film was that Liam Neeson kicked some ass. He killed a lot of people, but they were evil.
yeah, even if they're Albanian, we don't care.
It's a lot like Die Hard. It's hard to say who kicks more ass, Bruce Willis or Liam Neeson. But
Asses were being kicked.
But yeah, you just have to love these action movies where these people go bonkers. They just these characters are really how to put it, inspirational in their. They take the law into their own hands.
They're reckless, fearless.
They destroy property. They kill people, but usually not innocent people. So it all makes sense.
It's all for a good cause. I give this movie 2 thumbs up.
I give Taken, indeed. I'll say 2 thumbs up.
Okay, what else is left?
There's one more movie that we watched. In fact, we watched that earlier today. It's called.
What was it called? What was the movie we saw?
Oh, snakes on an airplane.
Snakes on an airplane.
On a plane, snakes.
Yeah, this movie sounded like it would be awful. Like, I don't know, just a bunch of snakes on an airplane doing damage, and that's basically what it was. Should I summarize the plot, or you want to summarize it?
I will summarize it. Basically, they need to go from Hawaii to LA via airplane, but because there is a witness to a murder on the airplane, the bad guys have loaded the plane with snakes, and the snakes explode from the baggage compartment, or from, I don't know from where, but basically they start biting people
in the worst places possible.
And the lights go out, and it's a survival story. If you want to be be good about this movie, at worst it's a waste of time. But
of course, it's a big joke. I mean, the reason that the snakes get on this airplane is because this criminal guy knows that a guy who saw him commit a murder is going to testify against him in court. So he decides to unleash a bunch of snakes on this airplane in order to get rid of this witness. It's a very original way of getting rid of a witness. One of the more obscure methods, but that's what he did. And in the process, they gave pheromones to these snakes, which apparently makes them more aggressive.
Well,
it's just, I don't know, the whole premise is kind of strange, if you ask me. So, but I don't know, I found the movie entertaining. I give it at least one thumb up.
Hey, on a slow winter's day, when there is snow on the ground, you cannot go outside. Snakes on a plane will kill about 2 hours.
Yes, so
watch it.
I would recommend you watch it, just to say you did. Lukewarm recommendation.
One thumb up.
Yeah, one thumb up. Okay, that's all the movies we saw. Anything else?
Nothing else. This has been another special episode of the George Show, because I had my brother here. And thank you, Brandon.
Oh, yes. It was my pleasure to be a guest on your great George Show.
You are welcome.
We can do it again.
And you are invited again.
Excellent. Okay. Merry Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas.